So now let's talk about the transformations of the sine and cosine. So first, if you have the function y equal to a times sine x, or you have the y equals a times cosine x, then the amplitude for these two functions is equal to the absolute value of this coefficient. So that is absolute value of a. And in the Math 135, we have done the transformations between the graphs of the functions. So if we have the one function y equal to f of x, and if we have another function y equal to f of x minus c, then you can get the graph of the y equal to f of x minus c by shifting the graph of the y equal to f of x to the left. By absolute value of c units if this c is less than 0, or to the right by c units if this c is positive. And this stuff we learn in the Math 135. And for the sine cosine function, if we have the y equal to sine of x minus c, or y equal to cosine of x minus c, then we call this c the phase shift of this sine and cosine functions. So now the phase shift is equal to this constant c. So when we try to graph a sine or cosine functions, we need to determine the amplitude, and we need to determine the phase shift, and then we sketch for at least one cycle of the graph, and then to do this we need to label all those 5 points, and then we do the necessary transformations. Now let's look at the one example. Now let's look at the problem 20. Determine the amplitude and the phase shift for each function and sketch at least one cycle of the graph. Label the 5 points as done in the examples. So it's page 5. It's page 459. Problem 20. We have y equal to cosine of x plus pi over 4. Let's first find the amplitude and the phase shift. What is the amplitude? So that is the absolute value of the coefficient. So it's 1, right? Now tell me, what is the phase shift for this cosine function? Pi over 4? Yes or not? Is the pi over 4 or the negative pi over 4? You know, when you try to find the phase shift, you need to write your sine and cosine function in such form, with input equal to x minus constant, and this constant is your phase shift, right? So now this guy, actually you may write this as the cosine of the x minus negative pi over 4. So the phase shift is equal to negative pi over 4, not the pi over 4. Okay, then we may begin with the fundamental cycle of the cosine x, right? Then we get the graph of this guy, then we can shift the graph of the cosine x to the left, because this c is negative, to the left by pi over 4 units. So let's begin with the okay. So this is the one cycle of the y equal to cosine x, and this is the pi over 2. So pi over 4 is here, right? And this is the pi, 3 pi over 2, and then here this is the 2 pi, right?